I've got two kinds of milk here, all right? This milk has not frothed up for me, but I know that this milk usually does fine. So I've given it a really good shake. Nice fresh container of milk. Now, I'm going to measure out 3.5 ounces. Oh, let's make it 3. Okay, 3 ounces, and I'm going to put it in this coffee frother. Okay, and I'm going to measure out 3 more ounces, and I'm going to put it in this coffee recipe glass. Okay. Now then, 3 ounces and 3 ounces. So I'm going to go ahead and start the coffee frother going. And I'm going to go ahead and use the whisk or the little frother attachment on my hand mixer. Okay, now the coffee frother is done. Whoa, it's done frothing the milk. Okay, I'm going to pour this into a recipe glass. Now, this is not the perfect experiment because the coffee frother does heat up the milk, but in my experience, if it froths warm, it froths cold. Okay. So, maybe if I kept doing this longer, and I will try that, it might froth more. But look at this. Okay, so let's go ahead and try this just a little bit longer. Now, on the one hand, if this works, I can just make my coffee directly into this glass. But on the other hand, if I use the coffee frother, well, I'm going to have a glass to wash that I drink my coffee in, and the coffee frother to wash. But, well, I think the trade-off is worth it. I would rather go ahead. So look, this is just, oh, it's just not doing it. Let me try the whisk attachment. Well, it's getting a little frothier. Well, it does look like it's finally starting to do something. Okay, but you know what? I think too little, too late. So all in all, I would say that the froth from the coffee frother is absolutely worth the effort of having to wash it later. I mean, it's a non-stick coating inside. Also, it's heating up my milk. So, and you know, on the hand blender, the instructions say you're not supposed to run it for more than 50 seconds, 50, at a time. Oh, golly, I was running it. Well, this takes a minute to a minute and a half to froth the milk. So I was running that thing definitely that long, plus the extra. The coffee frother wins, at least when you're using 30-calorie almond milk. You know, just for argument's sake, I got a mug here that's pretty much the same diameter as my electric milk frother. And just in case the diameter makes a difference, because originally I used my hand blender in that slender recipe glass, I'm just gonna give it a try blending it in a wider cup. Okay, here's the milk. I've measured out 3 ounces. Into the cup it goes. And we will give this another whirl. Literally. Oh, it looks like it may be working. Let's grab a spoon here and see how it's done. Oh, okay, now this is looking much better. Well, how do you like that? It seems like the diameter of the cup made a difference. Let's just try putting the whisk on and see what it does. Okay, here we go. Actually, it seems like the whisk has deflated this froth some. Oh, deflated it, but actually thickened it. Very interesting. Well, that, you might say, is a horse of a different color. So, if you don't have something of a wide diameter to froth your milk in, you're probably better using the electric coffee frother. But if you've got a nice wide mug, you could use the hand blender. The thing is that the electric coffee frother gives you choices. You can make a hot thick froth, a hot silky froth, a cold silky froth, or just heat the milk. Whereas the hand blender doesn't give you those options. You never end up, it seems like, at least with the 30-calorie almond milk, you do not end up with a stiff froth. I don't know, maybe if I stood there and beat it much longer, but still, it gave me a lot more liquid than it did actual froth. I still feel like the electric frother wins.